Welcome back into Talking Pittsburgh. Joined me today from the city administration's office. I guess it's the city administrator, they say. It's Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I am good, Jeremy. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Glad to have you back here and get an update on some things that have been going on in the city. It's the summertime, so it's always busy. I mean, there's always something going on. There's no question about that. But it's more activity based usually during the summer. So, but we've got some things happening. First one we want to touch on is the elections because we are in a primary right now. Is that primary coming up on August 6th, I believe. And some rules. Well, there was a challenge to one of the Dropbox rule, and I figured this would be a great time to get a quick update from your standpoint that we want to share with residents, and especially the clerk's department who have to answer these questions too all the time, especially about drop off. So what do you know?
Yeah, so you are right. We do have a primary coming up here in the early August, and there have been a number of judicial rulings in the last, I don't know, 6 to 9 months, let's say, that have significantly impact absentee ballots in particular. And I think if I recall correctly, our city clerk, Tracy Oldenburg, mentioned to me that we've sent out approximately 2,900 absentee ballots to our residents and community members. And within all of those absentee ballot envelopes are instructions, not only on how to fill out the ballot itself and the absentee envelope, but also about returning the ballot to the city clerk's office. And a recent ruling again from our state Supreme Court, I think just last week, reaffirmed and or finally put some finality to the drop boxes. Those have been deemed by the Supreme Court to be illegal and not allowed. So do not place any absentee ballot in a drop box. We have a drop box in our lobby for utility payments. So please do not use that for your absentee ballot. You have two choices without the use of drop boxes. That is to use the U.S. Postal Service and mail your ballot back. Be sure to leave adequate time for that ballot to reach the city clerk's office. I would leave at least 7, if not 10 business days for that ballot to make its way through the U.S. Postal Service and here to our clerk's hands at City Hall. And your other option is to physically return your ballot. And when I say your ballot, I mean your ballot only. You may not return the ballot of someone else. Directly to the clerk's counter here at City Hall and hand deliver that and turn it over to one of our clerks at the front counter. City Hall is open from 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. And we will also begin in-person absentee voting coming up pretty quick here as well.
Turning our attention to other fun event coming up, exclusive playground is open out at McKee Farms Park, and they have a ribbon cutting coming up here. But the importance of this project is just awesome.
Yes, it definitely is a great park amenity that we'll be able to offer our community members of all types. This is a great opportunity for those that may have some mobility challenges or to be able to use playground equipment. This is a project that has been led by Alder Arata Frada, and it also involves a partnership between the city and a civic organization in some fundraising for the cost of the project. So it's been a shared cost here as we've looked to design and construct and ultimately roll out this amenity in our park system. And I believe Sunday, July 24th at 4 p.m., if I recall correctly, will be the formal ribbon cutting for the inclusive playground. It is located at McKee Farms Park near the splash pad. If you're familiar with the layout of McKee Farms Park, it's right there in that vicinity. So would encourage everybody to take advantage of that park. It is open, or that playground, it is open, and clearly take advantage of the park as a whole. And also, if it fits into your schedules, by all means, come on down on the 24th and, be a participant or an attendee of the event to formally cut the ribbon.
Yeah, I wonder if they can do it like going down the slide or, swing into the rip, whatever. I mean, there's so many different fun pieces of equipment there that make it fun. But we'll have coverage of that here on Talking Fitchburg as well. So if you don't make it out, we'll bring you some of that here. Moving on to the well work that's been going on. We've had a couple of different well projects, but wanted to go back just quickly from your standpoint as this comes across your desk and whatnot. We had the boiling water boil precaution late last week. Everything for testing wise came back good, so we were able to end said precaution. But just from your standpoint, how did things go? And as far as any future stuff, how will we continue to get that information out?
Yeah, no, obviously, one of the core services that we provide here in our municipal government, Jeremy, as you know, in addition to things like plowing roads and public safety, is providing water to our urban service area in particular. And we take that responsibility extremely seriously and hate to see any sorts of situations that arise where we have to issue boiling notices, even if they are precautionary in nature, much like this one was late last week. But ultimately, while doing some repairs on one of our wells that services the Greenfield neighborhood, which is roughly south of Irish Lane and west of Cyan Road, generally in that vicinity of Fitchburg, there was a loss of water pressure, and that caused the precautionary notice to be issued regarding the boiling of water. Our city utility department, water utility department, collected a number of samples after issuing that notice to confirm that there was no bacteriological dangers related with the water. And by I think either Friday night or early Saturday, less than 48 hours after the initial notification had gone out, if I recall, we were able to lift that precautionary notice, and folks were able to return to normal use of city water. So again, I want to reiterate that we do take our responsibilities quite seriously, and this certainly is not something that we prefer to see with our water system. Sometimes situations are unavoidable due to equipment malfunctions and things beyond our control. And we're still in the process of determining exactly where the cause of this particular pressure drop was as we restarted the system after some repairs.
Yeah, and I think it was I think a good test. I mean, obviously this was a real situation that happened, but to my knowledge, it's been a long time since something like this has happened, and it's good to get the information out and go through all the protocols that you need to get information out. So thank you to the staff out there who went door to door in that neighborhood or neighborhoods and got the information out. But where our goal, and I think make good comment for you, Chad, is we've got a lot of ways of getting information out, which I think is cool. I'm in the communication business, so I think it's cool. But from your perspective, there's a lot of ways to find or get information on what's happening in the city.
Yeah, absolutely. You are right, Jeremy, being in the communications business and doing a great job at it at that. Fact TV is always a source of information that's available for folks. I'm sure that you and your team had this information up soon after it was shared with you so that folks who might have been tuning in to Fact TV could see it. And then we also have other ways to receive information through our city website. Where you can see information that's posted there through our social media feeds like Twitter and Facebook. You can see information posted there. I will point out with our website, you are able, residents are able, and business owners or community members in general are able to sign up for a notify me feature. And pick particular topics in which you might want to be notified. And then you can enter in an email address and or a cell phone number to receive text messages as well. So there are any number of ways for folks to stay informed that aren't necessarily technologically prohibitive, particularly when we're talking about the text messaging service. And then of course, in a situation like this, Jeremy, as you mentioned, We take our responsibility very seriously to make sure folks are notified, and city staff did go door to door to the approximately 160 affected utility customers there, water utility customers there, to make sure that they were notified not only of the precautionary notice, but also that the precautionary notice had been lifted.
Yeah, nope. It's like I said, I think a good reminder of all the ways that we can communicate all the way up to door if need be in a situation like that. So again, thanks to all the staff there, to the water utilities, public works, helping out and getting the job done, so to speak. And Chad, we appreciate your time on the show as well. We'll catch back up with you next month.
Sounds great. Thanks, Jeremy.
You bet. Chad Brecklin, your city administrator. We check in with them each and every month. We'll check back with them next month. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.